Are you planning to do your further studies in architecture? Are you really sure about it? In that case, I would suggest you to go watch this video where I talk about some investment analysis and some facts about studying abroad in general. And hopefully, I can trust you that you're not looking for an escape to go outside your home country to chill for a while. This slight giggle of yours, this little smirk, is actually reflecting the truth. So whatever the reason, a childhood dream of yours, or probably peer pressure, or your parents' expectation of sending their child to study masters abroad. For all the above mentioned scenarios, in this video, I would be sharing with you a list of German universities where you can do your masters in architecture. Please welcome to our channel, Way Out With Us. My name is Shubham. I along with my wife Jayati, who is also an architect, we create Europe-related informative videos and travel content. It's been almost 5 years that we have been living in Germany, and in these 5 years, we have done several architecture internships in Germany and in Netherlands, and we both did our masters in architecture in Germany. So the exposure that we got during this file has helped us fabricate this specific list of universities. So get ready to jot down some notes and let's do some critical thinking together. In this video, I would be ranking all the universities based on my experience and keeping in mind what would be approachable for an average student considering the minimal expense. So for each university, we would be talking about the following things: the course type, the location, the semester fees, the admin fees, the intake time, winter or summer, language of instruction, which probably would be English always, and then we would be talking about the application deadline, basic admission requirements, and my opinion on what you can expect, and in the end, we would be talking about the admission probability. Well, firstly, we need to understand that each course and university in Germany has a different set of requirements for admission. Therefore, do go through their individual website and filter out for yourself which course suits you the best as per your interest and your career timeline. So let's begin with the list of universities. On number 10th, we have SRH Heidelberg. Well, it's a master's degree in architecture designed for built environment, mostly which includes wide-ranging debate on important social challenges such as dealing with existing architecture, urban structures, and climate-friendly cities. Well, the time duration that is required is 3 semesters, which is 1.5 years, and the deadline is all year round. The intake is summer, and the semester fees is 5,100 euros per semester. Which is quite higher, but I wanted to include this in the list as this course is pretty interesting considering the location it is in, which is Heidelberg, pretty close to Frankfurt, Wiesbaden, and Darmstadt, and you'll have a possibility to do many part-time jobs or probably internships while studying. Well, this all year round deadline makes sense as they want many students to apply for because it's private university. Then the next university that we have is BTU Cottbus. Well, are you someone who's keen on learning sustainable urban development? Then this course is for you. It is a double degree offered in cooperation with Cairo University and Alexandria University in Egypt. So as a student, you would have an opportunity to do 1 semester in Egypt. Well, this is a degree of 4 semesters and you have an intake in winter. Deadline is between 1st March to 15th July and your fees would be 1,500 per semester. Location? Well, Cottbus is slightly far away from main cities, so it would be difficult for you to find a white-collar job in Cottbus and you probably would have to do some part-time job. And that too, not in an architecture office. The next university on our list is TU Darmstadt University. It has a course of Sustainable Urban Development, which also has 1 semester abroad, which would be in Vietnam in this case. Well, the idea is to solve the challenges of urban development at various levels: regional, city-wide, neighborhood-related construction project, etc. Again, it's a 4 semester degree. Your intake would be in winter. The deadline for application would be 15 July. The best part about this university is the fees, which is completely free. You would just be paying a minimal admin fee, that's all. And that would be less than 200 euros. Otherwise, there is no tuition fees in this university. And location is very, very good, which is Darmstadt, which is 20 minutes away from Frankfurt. And you have a possibility to find your internships during your study, which could be in Frankfurt, probably in Heidelberg or in Wiesbaden. So you have 3 cities around you where you could find a job. And ultimately, after the degree as well, it would be a possible option for you to find a job. And one suggestion as per looking at the website, and when we look into the course on the website, they have clearly mentioned that early application is a must because in general as well, there are many advantages if you apply sooner because you would be beating the competition with time. And I would suggest you to apply as soon as possible because early application is a must and there are many advantages. You would have more chances to get an admit if they have very low people applying in the beginning. They probably are just gonna say yes to many of the applications beforehand. So the earlier you do, the better it is for you. The next on our university list is University of Stuttgart. Well, there is this course in University of Stuttgart, popularly known as IUSD course, which is Integrated Urbanism and Sustainable Design. It's again a double degree program. So basically you'll have an opportunity to do 1 semester in Cairo, Egypt. This degree again is of 4 semesters. You have winter intake. Deadline is between 1st June to 15th October. And the fees is 1,500 per semester.
How is the city Stuttgart as a location?
And if we talk about the location, well, I think Stuttgart overall is a nice place, and you'll probably have many part-time job options and at the same time internship options as well. The next on our list is Bauhaus Weimar. In this university, there are 2 interesting courses. The first one is European Urban Studies, and the second one is International Media Architecture Master Studies. So well, both the courses are pretty interesting. And if you're someone who's interested in digital planning, presentation techniques, or computer graphics, or architecture visualization, then the media architecture course is for you. Otherwise, it's a pretty interesting master's considering in today's time, where the graphic is everything, be it work or social media. And as a result, you would be able to take part in trade fairs, events and film architecture, the design of exhibition, staging media and wayfind systems. So I think overall it's a nice opportunity. And if I talk about the European Urban Studies, it's also an interesting course where you'll be focusing on urban and landscape planning, urban sociology, research methods, and research design. For both the degrees, you would need 2 years, which is 4 semesters. The intake would be in winter, and the deadline is 15th July. And the most important thing is, this university has no tuition fees. The only slight issue is the location, Weimar. You probably would have a difficult time finding white-collar jobs. And by white-collar, I mean finding a job in architecture office, because there might be very few. Well, the next university in our list is Anhalt University. Well, if you want to be an expert in restoration sector and if you want to work on heritage sites, this course is for you, which is the Architecture and Cultural Heritage course. It is of 4 semesters. The intake is summer and winter both. So for summers, it would be possible for you to apply until 15 December and for winters until 15 July. The fees for this course is 1,500 per semester. That would mean 6,000 euros for the entire degree plus some admin fees. The location is just okay, not very good. It's like 90 minutes away from Berlin. Overall, it's a nice course if you want to work on preservation and conservation of projects. And the only issue is that you would have a hard time finding white collar jobs in Dessau, and you'll probably have to go for some part-time jobs. The next we have on our list is Hochschule Wismar. Well, if you want to do a journal masters, this would be one of the finest options because it has no tuition fees. It's a 4-semester degree which completely focus on international students to enhance their skills as an architect and be clear with their personal learning objectives. The deadline for the summer intake would be 15th January and for winters it would be 15 July. It's one of the nicest generic masters that you can do in architecture in Germany. The only issue is it's far up in north. It would be slightly difficult for you to find architecture internship job next to your studies. Other than that, I think it's a very good option. The next on our list is one of the finest universities in the country. Undoubtedly the best to do architecture, which is the TU Berlin. It's a public university, therefore there would be no fees at all. There would be just some slight admin fees, that's it. It is again of 4 semesters and they have their intake during winters. Location is top notch, of course, it's Berlin. You would be enjoying the city life and at the same time you would be able to study in one of the finest places on the planet.
But what are my chances of admission in TU Berlin?
And the only issue is that admission in this university is very, very difficult. You need to be very top notch in your profession, in your bachelor's, and you need to have a very solid portfolio along with solid qualifications. But somehow, if you get in, go in with your eyes closed. It's one of the finest. The slight problem would be the living expense since it's city Berlin. So probably you won't be able to save much next to your studies. And a good point is that you would be able to find many architecture jobs next to your studies. The next university that we have is Frankfurt University of Applied Sciences. And the name of the course is Advanced Architecture. Well, this program concentrates on the combination of design and construction. So furthermore, advanced architecture here means designing and constructing on all scales from urban context to one-to-one detail. This degree is for 4 semesters and the intake is during summer. Therefore, you need to apply until 15th of October of the previous year. Another good thing about this university is that it has 400 euros fees per semester. That's it. So that would roughly be around 1,600 for your entire degree. And location is again top-notch Frankfurt because you would be able to either work in Frankfurt or in Wiesbaden or in Darmstadt. When on the number on our list is Dessau International Architecture. It's in the famous Bauhaus of Germany. The study program in itself is really nice and it's right next to the world famous Bauhaus Dessau. Like the name states itself, it is completely focused on international students and this course is a perfect mix of architecture and urban planning. You have multiple professors in teaching variety of subjects from digital architecture to theoretical design. Overall, it's a wonderful course. You get to have one main studio every semester and you can choose from over 10 electives, and you are still able to get a taste of urbanism while being in some Rhino Grasshopper oriented studio. From using VRs to making stuff in robotic labs, you get a design expertise not only from professors but also from other potential students, which come from various international backgrounds. The reason I sound so confident about this degree or this specific course is because I did my masters from this university, and then my wife did my masters from this university as well. It resulted in getting amazing top-notch jobs in architecture in very good architecture firms of Germany. Therefore, there is no doubt for you to second out this university. You could choose a studio or the subjects that allow you to come to university only twice, and you can live in Berlin and work in an architecture office. This degree is of 4 semesters. You have winter intake, and the deadline for this university is 15th of April. I repeat, 15th of April. The fees for this university would be 850 euros per semester, and location again is just okay, but the benefit is that it is near Berlin, which is 90 minutes away. I want to highlight is a journal architecture course, and you have a decent admission possibility here.
Oh, wait. What about landscape architecture?
Other than this, we have 3 more universities that focus on landscape architecture, which are in Munich, Bernburg and Geislingen. So if you're interested, do give them a look as well. Well, I'm guessing now you have a decent idea regarding the universities and it should be possible for you to get an admit.
What if I don't have interesting projects for my portfolio?
Although many times it happens that you do not have interesting projects for the kind of university or course you're applying for. For such cases, let's talk about your probability of getting an admit. Well, straightforwardly, I'm going to tell you that you need to be very manipulative with your portfolio in order to increase your chances of admission.
So are you asking me to lie on my resume?
No.
Or are you asking me to quickly come up with a project by taking participation online in an international architecture competition?
No.
Or are you asking me to take help from my friends, seniors or other people I may know and ask them for the projects if they're not applying and maybe sugarcoat them a bit?
Obviously no. I hope you got the answers that you were looking for. And magically, considering now you have all the amazing projects and you have a solid base for your portfolio. And now it's time for you to put together a wonderful persuasive motivation letter. And do not forget, if you have some prior experience, do highlight that in the motivation letter. Well, if you're a bachelor student, it would be really nice if you apply for your masters in the 4th year itself, because it is still possible that you have your thesis in June or July and you are able to apply for your masters in the same year. That would mean that you are applying during April or May, and in October you can directly start with your winter semester in Germany. And that's what my wife did. She finished her bachelor's in July 2020, and during April 2020, she had already applied for masters, and it was possible for her to start her masters in architecture in Germany from October the same year itself. Therefore, she didn't have to wait 1 year. Maybe you can do that for yourself too. And if you're in the 4th year, do definitely apply on time so that you do not waste 1 year. I hope all the advices given in this video are warmly received. Therefore, good luck with the application procedure. And if you have any doubts or queries, do write them in the comments and we'll get back to you for sure. And furtherly, if you have any specific question or if you want to know anything in detail regarding a specific course, application deadline, or for your portfolio review, please feel free to reach out to us via our website, wayoutwithus.com, and book a personal online session with us. We'll be happy to help and give you our best opinion. Until then, good luck. If you find the content of this video meaningful and think other people would benefit from it, so definitely share the video and do subscribe to our channel and leave a comment, I subscribe, to show your support to our channel. Thank you.